Carrying ever forward into a preview season comes the next 4 anime. This brings the total episodes I've seen so far up to 16, and I'm nowhere near finished. Thankfully I've got a new recording setup, so I won't be staring above a camera too much longer, and apologise for echoes in a previous video. My entire recording setup's been all over the place in the last few weeks with various changes to my system. But enough about my system, let's talk about the anime, and whether or not you should watch them. Because this is a 2023 autumn anime preview from a different perspective. I'm sorry to say I don't really remember much about my first anime today. Ron Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions, a detective anime about a guy called Totemaru who is a detective solving a string of murders, who gets some advice from his older colleagues to try and look for the aid of a former detective, Ron Kamonohashi, to try and solve mysteries which are plaguing him right now. You see, Ron Kamonohashi was a police detective who was a genius, the Sherlock Holmes of his era, so to speak, whilst Totemaru is very much the Watson. Immediately we just got a basic stereotypical Holmes and Watson style story, just without the Holmes and Watson style name or setting. You see, Ron Kamonohashi has a bit of a problem. Whenever he gets his teeth into a mystery, whenever a mystery appears to itself to him, he has to solve it. There's no two ways about it. He must solve a mystery. And he goes about it in such a wild, wacky, Holmesian manner. Speaking to corpses, figuring out, okay, what were you doing here today, corpse? Not getting an answer, but still solving out all the problems with that crime itself. Now, I'm being very vague about this one because, honestly, this one left absolutely no impression on me whatsoever. I can't tell if it's a good anime because, honestly, I don't remember it. It is nothing to me. Even with bad anime, sometimes it appeals to me in different ways. This one didn't so. It's not because it's a girl-orientated show about all guys, because it isn't. It's a murder mystery type show, which I have watched those in the past. I'm not opposed to them. But Ron Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions, just forgettable. Apparently it's something over on Crunchyroll if you want to watch it. Next up today, we've got an anime about superheroes. I haven't had one of those in a while. We've got an anime about the Japanese superhero, Shy. Teru Momijima is a super shy girl who doesn't really have many friends, who is very shy around people. But she's got a secret. She's actually Japan's superhero who goes by the name Shy. Very cute, sweet, attractive superhero, but not really seen as reliable. Most notably after she has an incident at a theme park where people get stuck on a roller coaster upside down on a loop-de-loop, and she has to jump in, save the day, and try and save people. She manages to get everybody off a roller coaster except the first person she tries to help, who says to her, "Help yours first, I'm okay." Unfortunately, she isn't okay. The roller coaster goes flying back and crashes, and she's heavily injured. Because people are monsters, they don't talk about the many people she saved. They talk about one person she didn't save, sending this super shy girl into a downward spiral of self-loathing and doubt and not able to do anything. And so the superhero Shy vanishes from the world. Thankfully, she's not the only superhero, as a Russian superhero, Pepasha, jumps in and sort of eggs Teru back into action. Teru manages to save a day, save a mother and child from a burning building, learn that, yeah, she is needed, she is a superhero, and even though Pepasha does help her in the end, she gets her confidence back. I mean, she's still shy, but she's shy with more confidence. It's at this point where we learn that there's something bigger going on, as both Pepasha and Shy are taken up to the space station orbiting Earth, and are introduced to Unilord, a goddess-style figure who is the ruler of all heroes, of course voiced by Kikuko Inoue. Apparently she's only 17 as well, but we don't really learn much about that. The last real revelation of the episode is when she goes back to school and a new member joins her class, Iko Koishikawa, the girl she didn't save. She comes back to school on crutches, but she's none worse for wear, other than of course the heavy injuries. She's still pleasant, she's still cheery. How will Shy deal with this new girl who is friendly and energetic? Who knows? But it's sure to be cute. Now, Shy's an anime which I did quite like. I hadn't really heard anything about it going into the series, but it's well animated, it's very attractive to look at. The characters are cute and interesting, the storyline intrigues me, and I'm going to be watching more of this one on Crunchyroll. Next up today, we've got Migi and Dali, an anime about two really creepy twins. See, there's two twins, Migi and Dali, as the name of the anime may suggest, find their way to living with the most idyllic, perfect couple family of Yoko and Osamu Soniyama you'd imagine in your life. But they do it because they trick them into believing they're one person, a very weak, kind, friendly boy called Hitori. Now, we don't know why they're tricking the Soniyama family into believing they're a single person, other than the fact that that's the only way they could get out of the orphanage. There's something else going on in the background there, but Migi and Dali are just super creepy. In fact, they just dress up in jeans and a black turtleneck and are basically just Steve Jobs lookalikes. It's freaky enough, but the way they use their acrobatic and ventriloquism tricks to basically trick Yoko and Osamu into believing that they're a perfect son they've never had is just freaky. I couldn't watch more than one episode of this one. It is too freaky for me. Not freaky scary, freaky just what the hell's going on here. If you are interested in watching the Freaky Twins, you can find them over on Crunchyroll. Finally today, we have Paradox Live the animation, the obligatory Battle of the Bands CG animated pop idol anime of the season. This time, a Battle of the Bands features hip hop and rap artists who use phantom metals to perform and entertain. Surely the phantom metal, which can do anything you want it to, can be used for more interesting scientific stuff, more good for a man, than just rap battles, but apparently that's what this one's going to be used for. Now, the anime goes through its entire premise of introducing us to a bunch of characters, but only really 3 of note in the first episode. The band called Bay. You got the main member, Alan, who is a red-headed, lazy guy who doesn't want to get out of bed in the morning. I mean, honestly, I can't empathise with him. You got Hajin Yeon, who is a rich kid who has enough money to get helicopters from their house to the stage. And then you got Anne Faulkner, a non-binary character who, they're very attractive, definitely appeals to my aesthetic. But other than just being a cool-looking character, the only noteworthy thing about them is their voice actor, 96 Neko. Now, 96 Neko hasn't been in a lot of anime. She's done a lot of opening and ending work, but the one role she stands out for me. She's a singing voice of Eiko in Your Boy Kong Ming, and I bloody love that singing voice. Now, this anime does nothing for me. I'm not really into hip-hop or rap music, I'm not really into this whole scene. The whole Battle of the Bands CG stuff is not for me. It's very much a Joshi bait show. Pretty much every single character in the anime is a guy except Anne, and just none of it really jumps out as me as being different. It's not that it's not interesting, it's just not unique. This anime has been done before to death. There's a new one every season, crying out loud. This one has a few different bells and whistles, but so do all of them. But if you are interested in watching this one, if you like this type of show, you can find it airing over at Crunchyroll. That was one Kamonohashi's photo introductions, Shy, Migi and Dali, and Paradox Live the animation. At least one of those is a show I'm going to stick with. The others, not so sure. But are you going to stick with them? Let me know in the comments. And be sure to join me back here next time for more preview guides. And check out my daily streams over at Twitch, where I stream Ring Fit daily. So until next time, bye bye.